Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove RGS Financial from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that RGS Financial or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that can work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if no issues like that exist and you just want the accounts removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. Just give us a call today, and you'll find our number in the description below. And with that, I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with RGS Financial? So I put this one at the top of the list because, we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense because, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So who is RGS Financial and why are they on your credit report? Well, they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. So, for example, imagine that you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. RGS Financial could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money, and damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling family members and colleagues. And, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with RGS Financial? So I look at it this way. Settling your debt with RGS Financial depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason I say that is because, like we were talking about before, even if you pay that collection, it'll remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend that you work with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And, if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't be wasting money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect, right? how do you remove RGS Financial from your credit report? Right. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, it's easier said than done. The knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared. You may spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure that it's done properly the first time and save the extra time, well, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with RGS Financial accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get RGS Financial to stop calling you? As I mentioned before, RGS Financial will be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will RGS Financial try suing or garnishing my wages? So RGS Financial suing is unlikely. It can happen and does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they could do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with RGS Financial? This is great. So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that RGS Financial has purchased. RGS Financial is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they really provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. But if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can call us today and we can discuss your options. Again, you'll find our number in the description. And with that, thanks so much for watching.